Okay, in today's day and age, a lot of you are deciding to live together before tying the knot, and some of you are just deciding to live together and not tying the knot. And this is all perfectly okay. It's kind of just a matter of choice, it seems like, these days.
Yes, it is. So to go over the pros and cons is dating expert from It's Just Lunch, Catherine Grace. Catherine, thank you so much.
This is a great topic, Catherine.
All right. This is, and I don't even know where to start on this one.
We could talk for hours.
Realistically, it's up to the individual, well, up to the couple and to the individual. So how do you know if you're ready to move in with someone?
I think you know when you're ready when both of you have sat down and laid the groundwork and decided what is this going to lead to, what is a commitment level before you do anything. I really think you should really get to know a person for at least a year before you make that decision.
Wow, that's a long time.
I've had a lot of friends that just did it like in the first couple of months, and then I was that person like putting it down, but I just kept my mouth shut and I knew it was going to happen.
Fast in, fast out.
All right, so what are the advantages and disadvantages of moving in together before marriage?
Well, a lot of people feel that the advantage is, you know, financially maybe, hey, we're always at each other's homes, why don't we just live together and save money? But realistically, that usually ends up in pitfalls.
Okay.
So if you're not married, whether you're married or not, it's, the financial question out there always causes a stir. So when you're not married, that could be either a good or bad thing. I still don't know.
Because you're not attached in a way that, right?
Yeah, before you do it, it's okay, but once you do it, then it's really hard to exit if you decide to exit because there's many things invested and tied up together. Pets. Sometimes kids come along unexpectedly. More time you are together, chance of kids showing up is huge.
So should there be rules when you decide to just move in together and you're not married, like who keeps what? And that's awkward in itself. Like, oh, so in the event that we do break up, honey, I'll have the couch and you get the fishbowl. I mean, how does that, you know?
Yeah, well, the rules should be laid out before you do it, and who's going to clean, who's going to cook,
it's so
what are you paying for? And well, if you're going to move in together, you better be mature and better be adult because it really isn't playtime. It's
real time.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
It's not fantasy.
I'm going to go back to the whole financial thing. When it comes to rent or a mortgage, all the utilities, I mean, that all adds up. So if you move into someone's home, you're like, well, you were paying it before I got here, so you can keep doing it. You really do need to have that conversation because over time, that could cause a lot of strife between you two and friction and resentment.
Yes.
Which will ultimately lead to bye-bye.
Yes, I always tell my clients that It's Just Lunch, if you're going to step in a relationship and it leads to that, really plan it out, really have that talk.
Yeah. What's the best way to divide? You know what I mean? If you're just at the living together, and I'm being truthful here, I mean, tasks, stuff, just so that you both feel that it's fair without making it uncomfortable.
Sure, whoever's best at what they're best at, map it out. Take time to talk about it.
Yeah.
Now, for people who always question, oh, should we or shouldn't we be, you know, because people are like, well, I want it to be, because, oh, I want it to be different when we get married, but you need to know what you're getting into. Because those little things that annoy you now are just going to get worse.
Multiply by like 5,000.
5,000? That's low.
Right.
That's very low.
Exactly.
So, I mean, and do you see that the younger generation getting older and older now, their mindset's a little bit different than the old traditional view?
What are the differences that you're noticing?
Less commitment. They think that living together is probably the way to go. I think you should really talk about it. If you're going to lead into marriage, both of you better talk about that, because if one person thinks you're going to lead into marriage and the other one does not, then we really have a situation.
Yeah. And in your opinion, is it okay to not get married? I mean, is it for some?
It is for some. If you agree that if that's all you want to do, do it.
I mean, do the papers scare some people? You know, does it come down to that, where it's just a matter of?
I don't know, but
I don't either. I mean, I'm just throwing it out there.
No, you know, and I was driving in listening to the news, and there was a study out there that a lot of hardworking people don't want to get married because they're afraid of job security. They don't have pensions anymore, the health care. So what they're doing is they're staying, you know, just dating or living with people, so they don't have that commitment on paper. It's a very scary thing.
Yes.
I mean, people are obviously still living together, but the whole idea of marriage, it's teetering towards the lower end.
Isn't that weird?
It is.
It's a different time, for sure.
So if you're not married and just dating, then guess who you get to contact? I just made that up. Honestly, it fit perfectly. It's just lunch.
Isn't she awesome?
.com for all of the information. Thank you very much for coming
Thank you for
I'm telling
having
you,
me.
we could sit here and talk for the whole afternoon.
It's up to your...
We should just bring some tomato salad up here,
That's
open
right.
up the
I
Cleveland
know what
history,
Loretta's opinion is.
and call it an afternoon right there. We'll be right back.